Greetings from Mobility Outlook and welcome to Mobility Conversations. Today we are at the Pune facility of Sujan ContiTech that makes anti-vibration components, and our guest for today is Ms. Franziska Jung, board member of Sujan ContiTech Group. Franziska, welcome to the show. Thank you for taking time to talk to Mobility Outlook.
I thank you, Murli, for inviting me.
Thank you. So I would like to ask you about the evolution of the vibration control products with respect to the technologies in the vehicles.
Mm-hmm. So to be perfectly honest, over the last centuries it was not developing so much as you might imagine. Mm-hmm. But now, with the electric vehicle business coming into play, this is changing a lot, and also the requests in regards to development time and reacting time from our side is heavily changing. So before, development times were much longer than now, and also the parts themselves, the chances for us in the vehicles, they are getting different.
Do you see the content per vehicle getting impacted because of electric vehicles, the NVH is very limited?
Mm-hmm. This is fully correct. And if you look onto this from a helicopter perspective, mm-hmm. I would say no, the content per vehicle is the same. Mm-hmm. But the important point is that mm-hmm. there are different products. Mm-hmm. Because with the electrical vehicles, mm-hmm. the engine noise is basically disappearing. Mm-hmm. And it is much more important that the anti-vibration and noise reduction parts are taking care of the noises arising from the road, basically. Okay. So we concentrate much more on chassis parts, and we have much more chances on chassis parts. And the original mounts we were providing over the years for ICE, they are getting less with electrical vehicles and less complex. But we see additional chances then for the AC compressor mounts, mm-hmm. and also for the encapsulation and isolation of the battery packs. So different products. Mm-hmm. Old products less complex, so overall content is more or less the same, but different content.
But in terms of value, will it be more?
It will be a bit more. Mm-hmm. It will not be drastically more, mm-hmm. But a bit.
But in electric vehicle, do you see opportunities for more products to be supplied than the conventional ones?
Yeah, so in addition to the mounts, which are getting less complex, as I said, and moving more and more to simple bushings, mm-hmm. We will get the chance to design products on the battery pack, mm-hmm. and the AC compressor, mm-hmm. and also more and more on the chassis. So multiple parts and multiple versions of it, depending on the customer needs.
Okay, ContiTech per se, and then Sujan ContiTech, been supplying a lot of parts for the IC engine vehicles. Are there opportunities for you to expand your product portfolio?
On the, let's say, the classical ICE automotive way, mm-hmm. I would say here and there potentially, but not drastical. But our opportunities are definitely laying in the area of commercial vehicles, mm-hmm. which is not totally explored globally. Mm-hmm. And of course our anti-vibration products, which also have their competency, as you said already, in noise reduction, but also in vibration control and lightweight partially. We could imagine also use cases besides ICE engines and automotive in general. Yeah? So we could also explore more the industrial side and see where anti-vibration, noise reduction and lightweight could come to play. Potentially also for airplanes or railway or so different mobility sectors, mm-hmm. but also industry, as I said, off-highway vehicles, agriculture vehicles. Yeah.
Those are not explored in India yet?
Not fully, no, and also globally, not fully.
Okay.
So this is still a sector for us globally, India and also rest of the world, to further push into this sector and explore our business opportunities.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You also work on the alternate material, eco-friendly materials. If you can throw a little more light on your initiatives?
Absolutely. So this is an absolute focus point for Continental and also by that for ContiTech, our sector. And as we are very material driven, our main focus is first of all to find raw materials from, let's say, a recycled base, or an environmental friendly base. So this is point number one, and point number two, of course, also the value chain and also the logistic routes behind. So we are very careful in our sourcing and in our supply to really take care, hey, how far are we from each other? Are there any chances to do this potentially in a different plant, to be more closer, to save CO2? Yeah? And of course also with our products in regards to lightweight, as lighter as our products are, as more CO2 will be saved later on in the mobility. And another important point is recycling for us, that we really look for chances to recycle our products and also to move them back into the value chain, at least with a certain percentage. So we are looking for products with a certain rate of recycled materials wherever possible.
I think this will not be complete without your suppliers, getting it back forward.
Absolutely. This is a very important point that you are hitting there, because the majority of our anti-vibration products, they are very much supply based. Yeah. So in regards to plastics, but mainly in regards to metal, aluminium, steel, and it is very important that we partner up with our suppliers here, and we look for common actions and activities.
Coming to hydrogen, the vehicle manufacturers worldwide are taking two routes. One is the fuel cell, which is established. Now, many companies are working on ICE hydrogen. So, what kind of opportunities you see in both?
So, in regards to the ICE hydrogen, we are ready for this, because our components will not be very different from our former ICE components. So, we can directly penetrate that market. And in regards to fuel cell, we started also the first activities there. With our know-how that we have in the company, we also see options there to move into that market. So we are open for both, and we will react on that, let's say, regionally, depending on where the customer would like to go.
Okay, but in the case of ICE hydrogen, the injectors and even the combustion system will be slightly
different. Yeah.
Different. So accordingly, the anti-vibration products should also get a makeover, correct?
Let's call it a facelift or a makeover, but it will not be a fully different, let's say, production process or a development for us. Yeah. Okay. So our know-how, our materials, or our design, everything is ready for that.
Okay. Sujan ContiTech, this joint venture, makes products under anti-vibration solutions division of ContiTech.
Correct.
Are there opportunities, or let me put it this way, are all the products under this division of ContiTech manufactured by Sujan here?
No. We also have different places in India belonging to ContiTech. Okay. Yeah? Because ContiTech has also the industrial side and air springs, etc. Okay. And here we have different plants, different footprint in India.
Okay. But is there a possibility for you to expand the product portfolio of Sujan ContiTech?
Absolutely, and this is what we are discussing right now, how we can further synergize also between Sujan Continental and ContiTech, and potentially even wider, because you also know there are much more Continental plants in India. And now, as India is really one of the focus countries for us, we are exploring right now, what is the best setup? Where can we synergize more and make the best market approach and customer approach?
Do you see exports happening from this joint venture in the future?
Right now it's not happening, but we are thinking about this as well, because customers, mainly the big OEMs right now, are requesting really an Indian supply base and an Indian footprint, so we are not excluding this for future at all.
You mean to say the sourcing components from here?
Yeah, so they look for having a certain share in India.
Okay, that will help the suppliers of Sujan ContiTech to expand their business, right?
Absolutely, the suppliers and Sujan itself as well.
Okay, okay. Can you talk about the initiatives taken at this plant to get it aligned with the sustainability goals of ContiTech?
This is something we are working on right now as well. Basically, we do this for sustainability as well as for all other aspects. Yeah? If you think about quality rules or health, safety, environmental. So we always share everything with Sujan Continental and track with action plans to bring them basically into the Conti family and onto the Conti standards. And everything what I explained about sustainability, so in regards to partnering up with suppliers, looking for sustainable raw materials, being careful in regards to the logistic routes, distances, recycling quotas and all of that. We established this year as well now to bring also our joint venture up to speed in regards to sustainability.
Enhancing productivity, that's a key thing for any company for that matter. I think Continental world over is looking at digitalizing the manufacturing through many concepts like HMI, MI, AI, etc. Are there opportunities for Sujan Continental to look at those productivity enhancement initiatives?
Absolutely. So this is something, as you say, very important for whole ContiTech, for the whole anti-vibration business as well. And our main focus right now is automation in production. So with robots, and here Sujan made already the first good steps. Also to have one person running 2 machines, 3 machines, yeah, with the support of lean manufacturing also, yeah, and robots here and there where they can be used, and there are much more opportunities. Yeah. We are also, as anti-vibration, on the way to explore this further. So first the automation, and then of course further on also the failure prevention with cameras, AI, as you said, and also data traceability. Yeah? Customers are more and more interested in the data behind. Yeah, so where was the product by when, and this is something we can still globally improve, and also in our joint venture here.
What are your short-term and long-term plans for this group?
This is a good question in these times, in these crazy times of COVID and everything. So short-term and long-term is getting sometimes a bit mixed up, and we have to stay very, very flexible and have to change directions also quite often, much more than in the past. So nothing is more important these days to stay agile and to be ready for change. But in regards to short-term, it is really now to improve, as you said, as much as possible the operational performance, and the team here in the joint venture did already an outstanding job over the past 2 years, even with having all the pain of COVID and everything locked down. So that needs to be continued, and of course the customer proximity has to be enhanced. Yeah, so we have to focus to be as much as possible close to the customer, know their wishes even before they even thought about this, to really enhance our current customer relations and even enlarge this in the direction of commercial vehicles, as I said. And long term, to explore what other options we see besides the automotive sector.
Are there opportunities to expand the footprint here?
Yeah. There are opportunities, and we are looking already into different sites to basically build up a bigger plant in addition to the Chennai facility, which just recently moved and was already, let's say, re-established. Yeah, and that means we intend to build up the plant here in Pune in a much bigger way, with even the chances to expand more.
Okay. Franziska, it was indeed nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Same for me. I thank you.